this year's delegates, Rebecca Elmore, a reporter and news anchor for the Pacific News Center in Guam, and Tyler Dos Santos Tam, the executive director of the Hawaii Construction Alliance. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Morning, it's a pleasure.
So, I share that with you, being a PhilAm and experiencing the Philippines. I know both of you had never been here to the Philippines. It was your first time. I wanted to get your kind of insights on what you've experienced. Let's start with you, Rebecca.
It's amazing so far. Again, with FYLPRO, we have access to captains in the industry and government, private and public sector. So it certainly has been eye-opening, but perhaps my favorite part has been yesterday's excursion to a farm in Calauan in Laguna. It was eye-opening for me to return to the Philippines. This is the country of my mother, and of course also for Tyler as well.
Okay, and Tyler, what about you? What are your kind of insights into this experience?
It was my great-grandparents and great-grandparents that migrated to Hawaii more than a century ago, and this being my first time back has really been eye-opening. I got to tell you, I am absolutely in love with this country, and I think through the experience here in FYLPRO, as a PhilAm, I'm really looking forward to continuing to come back to this country and to build relationships. It has been a great experience over the past week, and today being our last day, we're hoping that we'll be able to close and just really build on everything we've done so far.
Okay, and I do share that sentiment with you. People who don't come here usually fall in love when they do arrive. Rebecca, I wanted to ask you your experience. You're in Guam, and there's a huge Filipino community there as well. Did you feel like coming here was like being there as well? What were some of the most striking differences you saw with the two communities?
Well, there's a lot of similarities between the Philippines and the island of Guam. Filipinos are the highest demographic on the island. There's a lot of the culture there that's present, which is why it was so important for me to have a Guam delegate here for FYLPRO. A lot of Filipinos immigrate to the island. My mother was one of them, and they keep that culture on the island. So it was interesting to see some of that here, but then also see some of the distinctness that the Chamorros or the Guamanians bring as well.
What's kind of the message, I guess, you would want to share with Filipinos here about your community and vice versa? What messages have you been able to take back to Guam?
Really, it's a learning experience, not just to stay humble, but also that we can have this symbiotic relationship with the Philippines. Guam is only 3 or 4 hours away via airplane. And there's a lot we can do in terms of partnership. For myself, particularly with my legacy project proposal, something that we're all required to do as delegates, I want to establish a mentorship program for the Filipino youth that bridges the gap between the Philippines and the island of Guam.
Okay, and Tyler, turning to you now, Hawaii also very close, a huge Filipino community that's been there for many, many years. You just said yourself, fourth generation Hawaiian, Filipino. Tell us about what the messages between the two countries, not two countries, the two areas for you.
I think for me, especially being a young PhilAm, I think one thing for our generation is, for us, it was our ancestors that came over, and now it's incumbent upon us to really take upon ourselves to deepen the ties that we have with the Philippines. To meet people has been a wonderful experience, and I look forward to following up with them over the coming years and really building those bridges.
What was the biggest, I guess, memory so far from the week? I know you met, again, many business leaders. I know you met Vice President Leni Robredo. What was some of the, I guess, maybe the most memorable experience that you can share with us today?
I think one of the values of this program has really been being able to see a wide spectrum of the Philippines. As I mentioned, we met with the Vice President, we met with a number of senators, and we met with both the ambassador from the U.S. to the Philippines and the new Philippine ambassador to the U.S. But at the same time, as Becca mentioned, we went out to a farm and met with people who work very hard each and every day out in the countryside. And that's been really rewarding. to get a sense of the hardworking spirit of the Philippines. And that's something that I look forward to sharing back at home.
And Rebecca, what about you? What's been the most memorable lesson that you've learned?
You know, I would have to agree with Tyler, although we met very prestigious individuals here in the Philippines, and we're very lucky to have had that audience. The most memorable experience was meeting with the farmers and digging in the ground, planting seeds, and witnessing their resiliency. That for me was something that I think you can't experience unless you're here firsthand.
All right. Well, guys, we're running out of time, but I just wanted to say that this is a very important program because it's important for Filipino American youth to really get to know the culture. I know as having moved here as well, joining you, both of you, it's really opened the eyes to where our parents came from and our families. Was there just a final message you wanted to share with our audience about this program?
Well, I want to thank the many people who helped to plan this program and the many sponsors who came together to make this happen. From the Department of Foreign Affairs, who helped set up a lot of meetings, Ayala Foundation, Philippine Airlines. It's been really wonderful and eye-opening. I hope many other Philams will have the same opportunity to come here and better understand their homelands.
All right. Okay, I wanted to know if Rebecca had a final word too, but that's okay. Thank you so much, guys. It was so wonderful to have you on the show and share your experience. We'll definitely keep an eye out on the projects that you guys plan to provide for the Filipino community. Rebecca Elmore there joining us, as well as Tyler Dos Santos Tam with the Filipino Young Leaders Program.
This festival